Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Nolan from Natty Nolan, also Team Takeover. I went to our locals yesterday. It was 17 people, wasn't that big, but I did play against meta all day. So it was Sword Soul, Plunder. I played Melfi Sprite, Pearly, and one other that I can't remember what it was, so I'll probably have to edit that in and post what it was. But yeah, I played meta, all day, and as you can tell by the title, I played Flu. I went undefeated. Undefeated. I did end up getting a draw, which sucked. It was against Bestial Control, which it was really fun. It just sucks that we went into a draw. Um, my opening hand was pretty good. I don't know if it was, if his hand was good. But yeah, it was okay all day. I didn't have a problem with consistency, which I think is a big concern for a lot of people playing Flunder right now is consistency. But I'll be honest, I didn't have any issues with consistency. I thought the deck was really, really consistent, at least the way that I built it. I included two new cards, some different ratios that I know people are going to think are really weird, but I still wanted to show the deck profile that I got since I went undefeated, got first place, and it's Flunder, so it's kind of like a rogue-ish deck at this point. Maybe not, maybe like solid tier 2, but no one at my locals was expecting it, and I played against meta all day, so performed really well against the meta. The only decks I didn't play were Cash and Super Heavy, so I don't think Floowandereeze has a really hard matchup against Cash Tira. It's all just banishing, so I think I would have done fine against Cash Tira. Maybe not so much the banishing stuff face down, but it is what it is. And Branded, I played Branded the week before. I had to leave early on round 2. I was 2-0. I had to forfeit the rest of the tournament to leave. But I did play against Branded that weekend before I left, and I did 2-0 the opponent. So I think against pretty much every matchup, maybe except Super Heavy and possibly Cash Tira, Flunder's a really good choice right now. So we're just going to get into the deck profile. Alright, so let's get into the deck profile here. So the first card, we played 3 copies of Floowandereeze and Robina. It's Robina, it's your 1-card starter. You have to run 3 of it. This plus map or this plus Advent Adventure is even beyond full combo. So just having this 1-card full combo is just really nice. So you have to run it at 3. The next card, we are of course running 3 copies of Floowandereeze and Eaglin. Eaglin is not a 1-card starter. You need at least this plus map or this plus Advent, this plus Robina, this plus something else in hand to get full combo out of this. But it's still essential just because it searches for all your big birds. It can recycle your big birds in tandem with putting it back with the continuous spell if you add it back off token, so that way you can keep searching. So a lot of possibilities with the Eaglin, so you kind of have to run it at 3. The next one, I do run double Stree. The reason I run 2 copies of Floowandereeze and Stree is because of the current meta, so it's actually really good against Pearly. You can banish their spells, banish their monsters, so you can kind of like grind them out. It does come up. You can also do this against Sprite, against Tier Elements, which isn't like too meta relevant anymore, but they're still floating around there somewhere. So yeah, double Stree. 1 token, recycling power, just a really, really good card altogether. I wouldn't play it any more than 1 as opposed to Stree, which I'd play at 2, which is a meta call, but I also leave Stree at 2 just because it gives you an extra burn name, so it's less chance of bricking. So I play 2 Empen, 1 Ryza, 1 Avion. This is standard. Some people are running the other Flu monster. I don't. I think it's worthless. I can see value in like Book of Mooning your opponent's field, but it's like I would rather just search for another Empen, get the traps, recycle the Empen, etc., etc. Ryza didn't come up once today, so I just never used it, to be honest. So it was really just these 3 that came up the entire day. Double Empen, Avion. Every game I was able, I firmly believe it was every single match, at least 1 or both of the games, I was able to normal double Empen on the field and get like the continuous spell plus Dreaming Town, field spell, like everything just up on the board. So double Empen, Ryza, Avion. Hand traps. So I ran 2 Ghost Ogre. I ran double Ash, triple Droll, and of course, triple copies of Dimensional Shifter. Ghost Ogre is Meta Call, Ash Blossom because specifically for branded, and this actually does affect Pearly quite a lot. It's okay against Super Heavy. It's okay against Ash Block or against Cast Tira. So it's like a catch-all. It just doesn't it's just not as effective as it used to be, but it's still good. Droll for meta, D-Shifter because it's just like a blowout to almost every deck that isn't Cast Tira. And yes, there is 10 hand traps. I didn't have a problem bricking once that whole day, so it was fine. And as you'll see later, I'll post a whole video. It'll just be a random one because I'd like to show how I played the deck in real time. Spells, got to run through map, and the one terraforming. This is, I think, also standard through map terraforming. Map came up a lot. I know one game against one of our local legends, Ben, who's a YouTuber. He when I was playing him, I ended up with 3 map in hand. That was kind of cool. He was playing Bestial Dragon Link. We went time for that one, which again, that's why in the video it says undefeated, because I did go undefeated. It's just that I drew once. That was against Ben playing Bestial Dragon Link, or Bestial Control rather. 3 Advent of Adventure. This came up quite a lot because of the life points, and also being able to when I would go like Rabina Eaglin, a lot of times they would try to imperm or target it with like Plump, for example, to banish it, and I'll just go Advent to banish it. That way I get the search plus another summon. That was really good, and a body on board, more bodies on board rather. 3 Duality. I think this is standard. I've seen some lists run 2, run 3. It's just good. Even if you draw into multiple, it's just follow up for the following turn. So 3 Duality. It's just good. I ran double copies of Extrav because I had to make room for other cards that I'm running, which one of the sleeves will be blank, but you'll see. Yeah, double Extrav. I actually found this really good to just run 2. I ended up not bricking on 3 copies, drawing into 2 at once, and when the draws did come, the draws off the top for Extrav were actually really good the whole day. So 2 of them I'd be fine with. Morganite, and this is another Morganite. I was borrowing the second one off of our judge, Nick, so I still have copies coming to me from my pre-orders, but they're just not here yet. But yeah, I ran double copies of Time Tearing Morganite. This card came in clutch a few times. In 2 matches I was able to find this just by, because you have to hard draw it. So I did find it 2 matches, and it did come up, the extra normal, the draw 2, specifically against Sword Soul. That was really good. Option to go against Sword Soul. I was kind of low on resources. I drew this. They attacked for 28 with Chi-Shao. I drew 2, and it was 1 card more than I even needed because it was just Rabina off the top, but the extra card just came in handy anyway. So Morganite was really good. I think I'm going to leave it as a mainstay. I think it's just really good. I like the flex with Morganite, by the way, where you can choose at any point in the duel to activate this, right? So if you have a lot of hand traps in hand, you can wait till use all those first and then Morganite, or if you open up 0 hand traps and it's like all engine plus Morganite, then you just Morganite right away because you're not worried about hand traps at that point. 1 Unexplored Wind. I'd consider bumping this up to 2, but I don't know if it's like really all that necessary. But this came up so much, where I was just tributing non-once per turn my opponent's cards as cost for tribute summoning, Empen or Avion. I think every opponent had to read this card because they didn't remember that it wasn't once per turn. And I think every match as well, I did utilize the effect where you reveal, put at the bottom, draw 1. So this card, probably the MVP of that day. It really helped me quite a lot. Only 1 Book of Moon. This is like the weird tech choice. I don't think Book of Moon is really all that great anymore, just because Morganite gives you the extra summon anyway. You got Mag Map to chain block. You have the Advent of Adventure. So I feel like Book of Moon at 1 is fine, just as like a Saki tech 1 of. And it did come up twice. It did come up. So the value is still there, but it was only in very niche scenarios where it was plump target to banish. And it's like, you know, set, lose the target, or imperm on Rubina. Then I book a moon my Rubina, and then I still get the effect. So that came up. And then of course the trap, one Dreaming Town. There's an argument to be made in this format to run the counter trap, to at least in my opinion. But you know, drawing into 2 traps kind of sacky and really bricky. So I'd rather just play this at 1. And it did come up. You know, the Book of Moon effect when you tribute summon, and also the effect to just normal summon on your opponent's turn did come up. For extra deck, I mean, it's kind of whatever. I try to make it at least somewhat usable. So I did 3 copies of Link Kuriboh and 1 copy of Nightmare Phoenix. It never came up. 3 Entis, just because once in a while I'll see decks float around at locals where, you know, they run Dogmatica stuff. So I'm always prepared for Dogmatica stuff anyway. So I just wanted to run this just in case. Double copies of AA Zeus, Sky Thunder. So again, didn't come up, but the utility is there, and we supplement this with Kinkangashi Fusho. We have 3 copies of Assembled and double Recital Starling rather. Recital, you know, it could come up. This could come up to overlay into Zeus. Kinkangashi Fusho could come up to overlay into Zeus, but none of this ever came up. It's purely just here for utility purposes only. Not much else to be said about it. So that's it. That's the deck profile. Again, I did go undefeated. I don't remember all the decks. I know it was all meta, so it was Hard Go Second Plunder or Adventure Plunder, Melfi Sprite, which that player Ryan had just got top 16 at the Catskill Regional for, so I beat that deck. I beat Sword Soul with, you know, new Syac. What else was there? Pearly I beat in time, and Bestial Control we ended up drawing. So those are my 5 matches. Pretty much all meta, to be honest. I would even count Bestial Control as like off meta, but still good, honestly good enough in my opinion to be considered somewhat meta. So yeah, that's the deck profile. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, the next part you'll see is a little bit of gameplay and how I played it. So thanks everyone. Have a good one.
Fine, man.
This is not an ideal hand, you know, so you may have to search Ty on turn 1.
Alright, looking pretty good.
Ty up, banish, fire up. Summon token. Sink him a token.
So Soul Piercer
Also, Shisha, I'm gonna go on. Chinling 1, Chinling 2.
I really don't know what I'm doing. I'll try to inform you of what they all do.
On a blackout.
Motorbike, I'll search. That's the only card itself to search for any secret.
Set 2 pass.
Oh, okay. If you know the combos, I'll good. Okay.
Top deck that way,
Start turn? Happens. Anything in standby? I'm trying. You're good.
Actually, Scarecrow, discard.
No. Okay.
Oh, you see Battlefield. That's very, very easy.
No, not right away. Duality?
What
does this do?
That's around birds.
Sure.
What?
Let's go Cartesia effect.
And I played that deck and then I quit 2 weeks later because it was so boring.
This is my build.
Since a level 6 fire light or dark monster from my deck or activation.
What was it do? I forgot.
It adds a flip.
Okay. I just forgot what all these cards did. I know that one's good. That's all I know.
Redesign.
Let's activate Magazine.
I don't think they will. With 4 just to be safe, but I think Math Mech will still be 100% play.
In phase you search.
I'm going to activate Beast.
What did you do?
So it doesn't do anything on activation. During my main phase, I can reveal a Flu, and then I banish 1 from my deck, and then immediately after I double summon.
Okay.
I don't think the banish is for cost. I think it's just reveal. Yeah, it's all just one effect.
Okay.
So we'll go effects.
Damage for me.
Vanish.
Wait.
this game loves me, doesn't it?
Oh, I thought you meant your ended right now.
Oh no, yeah, I think yeah. Voidian.
Yep. Clipboard Genius.
Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. They occur at the same time.
Okay, that's good.
That's if it's on the field or
Fortunate.
I have to wait open. No, actually,
Swing.
some normal this guy. How bad was the opener?
Token.
Was it just all dark
Circle's
rolls?
effect. I target a banished blue card and add it to my hand.
That's exactly what happened. The dark roll brick is all dark roll, no damage. I got all dark roll, field spell that I can't activate, so I can't get putting great. Yeah. What's your? You can tell me after what your danger
Eagling
are.
for my regular one.
just
We're gonna go effect.
Shizhao, banish the Tile.
Sure.
And then thinking from there.
35, that's 5, 6.
Just gonna black out the. Do these do anything in graveyard?
No, if they leave the field, they get banished instead.
And then anything do when they're banished?
Sorry?
Do they do anything when they're banished?
If I normal summon a bird, it provides a Chainlink 2 immediately to return my hand.
I think I have common. Oh, I think I know exactly where they are.
I'll banish 2 cannon. I mean, I'll destroy 2 cannon.
Does it do anything on my
Two
turn?
cannon eagle.
Yep, it does.
What does it do? Look effect, you can target one
I'm gonna
banish.
activate Time Tearing Morganite.
When it activates a monster effect,
What is
So
that?
for the rest of the duel, I can't activate monster effects in hand, but I draw 2 for every draw phase, and I get an additional normal summon every turn.
Yep, because
my turn.
if a monster is special by your
And
opponent's
I'll
activated
pass it
monster
over to
effects
you.
that turn damage stuff, I can banish this
Draw.
card from my field
Yep.
graveyard special and 1 Dogmatica monster or 1 Despia monster.
That's crazy hand.
That's what
I'm just
Vanguard
gonna
is.
Okay.
Cyclone map and then pass.
Okay.
So, pretty top deck.
Draw 2.
Yep.
This version of Labyrinth shot second. Did it? Yeah.
Stand by me.
Yep.
IKEA, as it's called.
Duality.
Yep. Good hand.
Delicious. Target. Drew card.
Ooh, I couldn't see it.
It just can't be a shorter battle. And then I discard special.
I'll do terraforming, activate terraforming for the flip.
Yep.
So like another reason I like superpowers is because you can discard it off the field spell. Yeah. I think I know exactly where the 2 commons are.
Chainlink 1, Snow, Chainlink 2, Pure Lily.
Ultra, and then there's the common.
So I'll go Chainlink 1 M-Pen,
Yeah, they're a little expensive.
2 Robina,
They're an older set.
3 token.
Alright.
So we're gonna get rid of that.
And my friend, and Snow.
Dreaming Town.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
That's the thing, is like, because you really don't want to go
normal
over
token,
cards.
Chainlink 1, target M-Pen, Chainlink 2.
Okay.
Yeah, Dark World has always been one of those decks where like the main deck is
Activate my friend.
kind of like
My friend effects.
there's like
Robina, effect.
there's like
Okay.
5
500.
spots where you can really play whatever you want. Your flavor of Dark World, but like 35%, there's 35 cards in the deck are almost mandatory.
M-Pen.
Okay.
Add pens. Normal.
Yep.
Go effect, target Vishuda to vanish.
What's that one do?
Evelyn, effect.
Reveal 3 happy. Add 1.
Add rise up.
Make me happy. Pitch.
These 2.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
I tapped it into Dragon Circle.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's what
and-
you wanted to say.
And of course, when you have to go for Taya on turn 1, you know you didn't do well.
5 Dark Worlds.
That's exactly what you wanted.
New chain. Pure Lily. Get the cut. It's an area 0. You know what that does?
Seeing
Sky
2
Shaker.
Worm monsters.
It's the field spell Sky Shaker.
And,
Reveals 3, adds 1.
Having to summon one of them, so you can actually. one Worm monster the entire hand, and you have to use
I
Dragon.
think you mean full combo.
Oh, full combo, yeah. It's crazy.
What a hand. Hand of all time.
Yeah, especially when you top deck Heavenly Dragon Circle.
Yeah, that was perfect. That's exactly what you needed. Couldn't have been better, right?
Should I draw that again?
Let's go.
See, I never understood those people who run 3 Heavenly Dragons circle. I don't understand that at all.
I always ran 2.
Yeah, I run 2. I don't know.
Are you adding in the Apple Dragons when you get them?
I don't know. I don't know about how those work or anything. I know it summons tokens and stuff, but
Yeah, it just summons itself, and it gets you level 2. So it gets you access to your Emborn, because you can use another level 2 as a tuner, and the tokens, it lets you go into Baronne, either Sinister or the other level 10.
Sinister.
Yeah, the Sinister Long
We'll
Wand.
do purely.
Oh, that one, huh?
Yeah,
Happy.
or the other level 10. I forget what it's like.
Cheating?
Yeah, Cheng Ying. And you can also then end on Chi. So it's like, it provides like a little bit extra, you know, a little bit more follow.
Like, have you seen anyone running them yet? Like,
I've seen a few decks run them, yeah.
you've done like 3, 2, what?
2 of them. Yeah, I see him running 2. I think it's just because it's not searchable, so you don't want to brick on
Alright.
like one.
2-1 dragon, then target. Pop in the field.
Sounds interesting. I just haven't got my hands on them yet.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
I have 2 that I'm also using for my sword souls.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted to rebuild it, try it myself, see how it works. I'm very interested, but if I don't like it, I'll just get them off. It's your choice, man.
I'll go first, and then I'm gonna
When
get double M pen,
purely
buy
full
the...
monster, I control
Wow,
the field
I
by
didn't
any
draw.
means.
I didn't have no one to tie this turn. That's
Purely
crazy.
calculation right there.
That's not a Moye. Reveal this card.
Is it up to 3? Yeah. Okay.
Hey, that's really good.
I'm gonna add
There you
those.
go, man.
Someone a token.
Yep.
Sink token, sink
That's the
token.
thing is you're almost never triggering
Good to go, my friend.
the bad rainbows and stuff,
Zhao?
but summoning powers is kind of breaching.
I'm going to chain link
Purely
1,
effective.
chain link 2.
Reveal.
It's the going second
Oh,
tool.
oops, I just cheated. Uh-oh.
Actually,
Look at the other card. Search blackout.
I'm gonna do delicious pitch happy. Targeting this. Can't be a sugar bad.
Set 1.
Right, I don't have.
I wonder what that card is, and then go.
All hand traps.
I gotta reveal 3 and add 1 again so you can draw. I mean, draw. Put that under. Or just shuffle it.
Stand by me.
I'm setting summit.
Yeah, you can cut it and then I'm gonna reveal 3 and add 1. 1, 2, miss.
Gonna go Advent of Adventure, banish for cost to add a flu card.
Alright.
Well, adds a flu monster or the field spell.
Okay.
More specific. Anything on right here?
No.
Go to battle.
Just the question why I didn't side in a certain card that maybe it helped.
What draw?
Swing
Yeah.
4 directly. Swing 4
Akron, low good of a card to use.
Pretty good.
Correct. Main 2.
It is cost bound.
We're gonna do dual.
Countered.
Yep.
Deuce.
No man, draw's totally even nice to side in.
Chain.
Especially when I draw the 2 cards and decided out for it.
Well, shuffle banish.
Gotta love
right?
it.
You
I
shuffle
will
a
draw
banish card.
Lockbird. I know that I don't like to side in.
Activate map.
Yeah,
Yep.
still get.
Map
still get
effect.
points. Yeah.
Yep.
Deal.
I got him, guys. Got him, boys.
Rabina, Chainlink 1, Street, Chainlink 2.
Yep. Stop that.
I know.
You going Chainlink
What we
1,
want to
token
do-
Chainlink 2.
She can add itself
Oh,
back
that's
in.
fun. Just gonna go
Listen, if I don't draw a sorry right now.
blackout.
Sure.
Blackout and pop those 2.
We'll do. Pretty. Each player gains 1,000.
I've drawn hands like this. I love drawing hands where I don't have to draw Lockbird because I don't decide it in. Love my setting drawing.
Street, Chainlink 1.
At the discard.
We'll do.
Effects, reveal 3.
So we'll do Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2 evil.
Yep.
I'll target the Moe to banish it.
I should have banished the blackout.
Purely effect.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Free token.
For 2 tokens.
Do token, effect, target Rabina.
Feather.
Sure.
Finally get to negate something. You know, I wish I decided these out for Joel and Lockbird.
You got it.
Be nice.
So M-Pen effect. Sure. I don't know if you know the passive effect here.
I do not.
Any
Like
monster
this.
that you control that is in attack position that will special summon from your deck, hand, anywhere,
Alright.
they can't activate its effects.
We'll do
And
pump
once per
effect
battle, per
attach.
copy of this card, I can banish a card from my hand, and then your monster's attack and defense become halved.
Oh,
So
fun.
it's damage deck.
Great.
I'll go battle.
Do
Oh,
pretty,
yep.
27.
and then we'll
Yep.
do granite opening.
So I can't activate effects to monsters that I special summoned?
In attack.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, end phase, Cartesia.
So you took a 27.
Are there any cards that say summon that monster from the deck in attack position?
In the whole game, yeah, there's quite a few. Even like trap cards like Call the Haunted require
You
you
can
to
attach
special
2
summon
from grave
attack.
and to himself.
And
Two spells.
I
Spell
will
traps, yes. It's
pass turn.
Activate Retribution.
Yep.
Just gonna cyclone though.
Okay.
No. Effective a shootout.
Sure.
Summon.
All the Valdas.
I don't know why I just. The shootout bounce that back
All
to
the
hand.
Valdas.
Sure.
You know, really be playing smart here because now we have this in hand.
Alright.
It's cool. 1,000 damage and go because you know should have did that in reverse, but it's fun. Yeah,
Stand by me.
yep.
Every time.
It's cool. Should have did that in reverse. Or did do something maybe. I don't know. Playing smart, of course.
Duality.
Yep. You should ban M pen.
Let's go adventure. Banish for cost.
Yep. You're starting to regret the no draw and lockbird and summon in prosciutto before Ashuna.
Doing good, Lance.
Yep, you're doing really good. You should search D shifter off duality.
Yeah, I should. I should have. You're right.
1 second.
Yeah.
Main combo line. Go effects.
Yep.
I just drew, and again, if I don't draw a start.
We'll go Eaglin 1, Robina 2, Token 3.
Pray we hit one of the 11. We just need you to brick, that's what
That deck and Prank Kids are the two decks that I've played that I quit in 2 weeks because of how boring it was.
I'm sorry that you find it boring. I like
The
it.
way you just said prank it was cool.
I didn't like it.
I mean, yeah, man, who's banished?
You played with Meow Meow?
Yeah,
Meow Meow?
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was just too straightforward. Like there was no. Yeah.
Token Chain Link 1, target enemy chain for 2 straight.
I remember the prank kids with the DPE stuff and the illusion magician.
I didn't like it. I just thought there was no variety in the combo. It was one straightforward combo.
And Pen Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2.
No, there's both cool. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. There was always only one you used.
No, Prank Kids has like a lot
I
of
didn't like
ones.
it.
Prank Kids has multiple things to do.
I know what you're trying to do.
If people who think decks only have one combo line, you gotta really
Straight
play the deck.
effects, I'll banish the Synchro Monster.
You gotta really play deck. No.
Should finish Blackout. You keep misplaying.
Normal effects.
Finish Blackout. That'd be epic.
Pick for one of us.
Yeah. Should have played Nightmare Mermaid today.
And Pen. And Pen effect.
Hey, you summon Ryza? Ryza, M-Pen.
So those are the.
I was thinking about it. I don't think I want it to be that mean though.
I mean, yeah, if I didn't summon Rashuda for Shuna, then maybe that'd be it.
You want to cut this one?
There, so you like to cheat, so.
Very true. You got me on that one. Whoa.
You missed it on camera. Clip that.
Like 7 times.
I mean, I think that's just salty behavior right there.
I will activate. I'll go effects. I'll reveal street. Put it at the bottom of the deck and draw.
Hits.
Main phase. Effects.
It's kind of funny. Alright, I'll go. Was that 2600 defense, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll battle. I'll do M-Pen into Monk and damage calculation. I'll banish a card from hand to have its attack. So you'll take 22. I'll go M-Pen on Ashina.
Really good.
Main 2. I'll set 1, and I'll pass it over.
Same 2 cards I lost last game with. Talents and Dragon
That-
Circle.
Oh, I forgot to suggest.
That takes some talent right there.
Yeah.
This was the last thing.
Because, you know, every single game that I played against you so far, I've lost because of drawing heavily Dragon Circle.
You gotta pay off the you gotta pay off Dawson, so you don't go up against me anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know. I wanted to have a
I'll do
game with you too, but I drew all the